I'm Dan.
And we're two blokes and a mic. And this week's episode is about relationships. That's right. Hey, quit butting in.
Sorry. Yeah. My bad.
So this is about, I have this conversation with clients all the time is, how is it that you can bring these people to the table? And it's about relationships. And relationships and networking. Those are the two. You as a business owner have two very, very, very precious things. One is time, and the other is your relationships. You need to protect them both with, not violently, but close to it. You need to be very militant about your time and your relationships. They're important things. Right. And if you've been in business a while, you have a cadre of people around you that help you get things done on a daily basis. And those people are very, very important.
Yes, indeed. One of the things that we do, and I know that you do this as well, Ramin, is we network. So
all the time.
To not only within our clients, but also we go to organized networking events for businesses, and there's several organizations that will provide these kind of organized networking environments.
Right.
And we were just talking a little earlier how sometimes when somebody's not really that familiar with this kind of networking environment, they expect to join this kind of group and then immediately have all of these referrals come back to them right away.
And the reality is that's not how it works. People are not going to throw business at you because you paid a fee.
Right. Right. I mean, really, networking should be seen as relationship building.
Correct.
And that can take years, depending on what you do and how potentially risky it is for somebody to do business with you or refer somebody else to do business with you.
Yes.
I remember the example of if you were a florist, that's a relatively low risk referral to make. Yeah. But if you're a wealth advisor or a
surgeon, a neurosurgeon,
right, then you need to make sure that you really trust that person, that you are really sure that they're going to do a good job. And that takes a long time to foster that relationship, to build the confidence.
Right.
Know, like, trust is one of the taglines that some of these organizations have. And it's really, that is the case. You get to know somebody, eventually you get to like them, you get to understand, what they're doing and how they do it and how other people talk about them. And then you trust them. And then the referrals are easy.
Fundamentally, if I'm going to refer somebody to you, whatever your business is, my reputation is at stake when I make that referral. Right? So you, as the referee, needs to make sure you do a damn good job and make me look good, right? That's fundamentally what everybody's thinking about when they're referring business to you is, God, I hope you make me look good, right? And so really, your job is to make sure their reputation stays intact, right? It's important. So you better be good at what you do, and it has to be something that you actually care about.
I think one of the things I want to talk about also beyond this is, when you are referred, that you follow up, that you talk to people, that you when you come to do business, you under promise and over deliver.
Yes. Follow up is huge. I used to work in a sales organization, and we had three things you had to do as a salesperson: follow up, follow up, follow up.
Right.
That's it. That's all it was. Just follow up.
Yep.
Pick up the phone and call. And this is the thing: sending random text messages at 11 o'clock at night, that's not follow up. You need to actually call people and have conversations with them.
Yeah. So under promise, over deliver, those are another key thing, that will help you build those relationships as well. Because it's all very well that you say, yes, I'm going to do A, B, and C, and that's what they expect. But if you do A, B, C, and D, then, so much the better. You build that relationship.
You build that relationship. It becomes a very important thing. And that people notice.
Right.
And it's doesn't have to be anything fancy. Like one of the things I do all the time, just because I learned to do this a long time ago, was if I'm on my way, I call and say, I'm on my way.
Right.
Right. If I'm running late, I call and say, I'm running late.
This is some sort of fundamental thing.
This is not, you don't need a priesthood for this. This is basic stuff.
Right.
Right. And it's amazing. Every time I do that, customers are like, oh, thanks, man. That's awesome. No worries. We'll see you when you get here.
Right.
And they always make comment about, you're the only one who calls.
Right.
That's bad. That I'm the only one that they know that calls. Well,
it just means that you have that reputation now,
right? And they know that I care.
Yeah,
people buy from people who care.
Exactly. So, relationship building is everything. It's from being introduced to somebody,
yes,
or having a conversation with somebody that could lead to business. It's about establishing and growing the relationship with their existing clients. It's about helping out other people when maybe it won't lead to business.
That's a big one.
Yeah,
that's a big one. Are you willing to put forth effort on behalf of maybe somebody who's not even your customer yet?
Yeah.
And get them the information they need, even knowing that it may not lead to them becoming your customer.
Right.
If the answer is no, then you need to think about what kind of reputation you're trying to build for yourself.
Yeah. Sometimes those kinds of relationships can, simmer for years without turning into business.
Yeah, when I first started Rhino almost 20 years ago now, I got a call from a guy I'd never talked to before, who said his CEO had specifically demanded that he call me. Okay. I said, well, who's your CEO? And he mentioned a name. And the name was a gentleman that I ran when I was working at the company that I was working at before I started Rhino. He and I ran into each other at the coffee station every day. Literally, that was the extent of our engagement on a daily basis. Was, hey man, you getting yourself coffee? Hey, what are you working on? What are you working on? Kind of that basic chatter. That was it. But he became the CEO of a company and remembered me and my tendency to take care of things.
Right.
And he had his CFO call me.
Yeah.
That was years after the fact.
Right.
So you never know who you are talking to, and you never know what it's going to lead to.
That's right.
So take care of everybody you come across. Yep. Some of them will turn into nothing. Some of them will turn into something amazing.
Yeah. And always be on, always be on that kind of, can I help in any way? If giving advice, giving help wherever you can, as long as you can afford the time, it's something that you should do. It makes you feel good, but also it can lead to business as well down the road.
Agreed.
Potentially.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just one of those things that is important that you do. Relationship management takes time, it takes effort, and you got to care.
Yeah.
You got to give a damn. I mean, it's just one of those, my acronym has always been YG Gas. You've got to give a bleep. And it's, if you don't, you're going to forever be struggling for stuff.
Right.
If you do, and people know you as someone who really cares, they will literally bring you things.
Yeah.
They will bring you business that you otherwise would never have gotten yourself. Mm-hmm. And that's that's important. What that says is that you have made such a positive impact on that individual that they feel comfortable bringing you that level of business.
Yeah. And don't forget
That's
that
huge.
when people refer you to somebody, it's their reputation that's on the line as well.
Absolutely.
Which is why, you know, when you have a referral that you want to give to somebody, you want to make sure that referral is going to be taken care of.
Yes, exactly.
They're going to have a good experience, and that good experience is also going to reflect on you,
because they will report back.
That company. That's fantastic. That was really awesome. Thank you very much for doing that.
Thanks for that referral. They were awesome, right? You want that kind of a report,
right?
Because you want the person who referred you to call you and say, "Hey, man, thanks for taking care of my client."
Yeah.
Right. And
that deepens the relationship.
Yeah, totally.
And it makes sure that, you know, that continues, that you have more referrals and so on and so forth. So
it's important stuff. Relationship management is about caring about the outcome for the other individual.
Yeah.
And if you're willing to do that, you're going to be successful. Yes, it's going to take longer to form those relationships, but the beauty of them is that they will be sticky.
Yeah.
They will stay with you. They're not going to go anywhere. If they learn to love you, they're going to learn to love you and stay there. And that's good. That's what you want. And you want them to then refer you other customers, other people they know.
Right.
Right. And that is a process that takes time and effort on your part to manage and control that whole thing. How you are perceived is very, very important. Right.
And so endeth the lesson.
Go in peace.
Right.
Yeah. No, it's just important stuff. And you know, I hope that we decided to talk about this because we've both in recent weeks had business come to us that we were like, wait a minute, you know, how am I getting such a piece of business? And it's all because we've taken the time to learn how to take care of other people. Basic human stuff, but you know, take care of yourself, obviously, but take care of other people too.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's all we have for this week, unless you've got something else you want to talk about.
There are a million things I could talk about, but I'll save those for
another show. Any of them appropriate for this channel?
Oh, no.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Far from it. That's a different show. Right?
That's a different show. That's a different channel. We'll send you the links later. So that's it for Two Blokes and a Mic this time. Relationships are it. They are key. Go out there and get to know people, get to take care of them, get them to trust you. And that takes time. So spend the time. All right. Two Blokes and a Mic signing out. Hey, this one was a short one. I'm amazed.
We can do it.
We can do it. All right, guys. Have a wonderful rest of the week. And we're coming into Memorial Day weekend here in the U.S.
Yes.
So we'll be Monday's a holiday. And thank you to all our vets out there who are keeping everything safe. And we will see you guys next week.
All right.
Cheers, mate. Take care, guys.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.